Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, it was commissioned to get to the bottom of who knew what and when about allegations of bullying, harassment and inappropriate behaviour surrounding the Conservative road trip campaign at the last general election. One of those who had submitted a complaint to Conservative headquarters, 21-year-old Elliot Johnson, subsequently took his own life. But has the report from the lawyers Clifford Chance shed any new light on the allegations? Our political correspondent Michael Crick is in Westminster. So what does it say?
Well, this report must have cost the Conservative tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds. It involved reviewing 60,000 documents and interviewing 62 witnesses. But those witnesses did not include members of the Johnson family, who didn't think that the inquiry would be independent or transparent and didn't want to give it the veneer, they said, of respectability. Essentially, what they were looking at was whether the Conservative Party were aware of any allegations of bullying or harassment against Mark Clark, the man who ran the Conservative road trip operation before the last election, or of any of Mr Clark's associates. And essentially, it decided there wasn't any evidence that the High Command was aware of any such allegations. It looked at 13 possible victims of bullying and intimidation by Mr Clark, but decided that half a dozen of these, there was no actual evidence that anybody had actually complained to the Conservative Party. In another 7 cases, it decided that it was unclear, it was debatable whether in fact there had been bullying or harassment, and in other cases the evidence simply wasn't substantial. So Grant Shapps, the man who was co-chairman and resigned over this issue last autumn, the report decides was not aware of allegations against Mark Clark before August of last year, the time that Elliot Johnson made his complaint against Mr Clark. Nor was Lord Feldman or Linton Crosby or other named individuals in the Conservative High Command. But today, the Conservatives have announced a number of reforms, including a dedicated complaints procedure for volunteers, a hotline and a code of conduct for volunteer leaders. But Ray Johnson, the father of Elliot Johnson, told Channel 4 News, "We knew in our hearts it would be nothing more than a cover-up. They've exonerated themselves," he said.
Thanks, Michael.